Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the San Francisco 49ers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring him down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. See some head shaking on that defensive sideline because so much focus on taking away what he did last week as NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Big gain there for him to start.
I love your observation because you would think they'd be prepared for him after what he did the previous week. But sometimes that skill set actually intimidates a defense, and he used it to his great advantage.
Garoppolo on first down. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Everson Griffin in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. A week ago, they dominated in the trenches. They got in the backfield for 5 sacks, setting the tone there, one on the opening drive.
And it sets the tone for the opposing team, doesn't it? Remember when you were a kid and you went to the theater and saw that horror movie and it stuck with you for a while and you were a little bit jumpy? Well, if you saw 5 sacks the previous week and you're the quarterback, he might be a little jumpy as well. It might throw off his timing.
Yeah, it'd be jumpy, but sorry, Bob and Linda wouldn't let me see a PG movie until I was 17.
Well, that's just good parenting.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he takes his... Just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the second foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
On first and 10, it's Mostert. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
From the 16, Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. It's a first down following a gain of 3. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
That's complete right around the 8. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is third down. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Cameron Hayward in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
25-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
A gain of 2.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
A quick throw complete out to Isabella. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain of 13. It's a first down. It's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Touchdown.
A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals have taken the lead.
But earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
To Andy Isabella.
Andy Isabella, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead.
The extra point.
And he knocks it through.
Makes the score Cardinals 14, 49ers 3.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And all the way down to the 37. A big 3rd down play there for the Niners. 41 yards. After one, a 14-3 ball game.
The score, Cardinals 14, 49ers 3.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle. It's tight end. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Thus far, they haven't been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he will be marked down short of the 1st as they get to him at the 29. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
Jamison Crowder on the return. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now, right now, they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35.
It's a gain of 35.
They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little, and oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
A first down run for Bell, not going to get much, maybe a couple, and it's second down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a third down.
Is third down.
This is out quickly to the right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Andy Isabella with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach is talking with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe somebody to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was taken.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Got his target, Samuel. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big 3rd down play there for the Niners. 51 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Garoppolo looks to throw. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers get a score closer. And he's got it up and through.
Makes the score Cardinals 21-49.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. On the return, here's a speedy Jamison Crowder. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
On the return, the Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it's second down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. The give is to Bell. Here's the option going left on 2nd down. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Now Murray. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. They hand off to their big tight end. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
Let's go. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Watch the whip. Check 26, check 26.
And now here's a carry heading left. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Now a handoff here to his running back. The tackle by Eric Armstead.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to flip one out here to his running back, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Now this time Murray to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Intended for Max Williams. Incomplete. It's third.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Gonzalez's kick is good. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked out since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely 1 play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now a handoff as they run left side. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
And looks like they've got 6 DBs on the field here for a 3rd and 9. Shotgun now from Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
37-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they could put a good drive together here and go a long way toward getting them back in this football game.
And if you're looking at a checklist of things that they need to do in the second half, job number 1 was getting a stop, wasn't it? So, big check right there. Now they want to see if their offense can build on that momentum.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Garoppolo. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
And they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. This is taken at the 23. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10.
7-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot?
And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
1st down, Arizona.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
2 on the play.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Able to find Isabella. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
And the Cardinals.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Murray, a quick throw complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. Now Bell. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
They'll come out in the pistol. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Bell. 3rd and he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Touchdown.
Le'Veon Bell. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead.
Zane Gonzalez.
That drive that really increased their cushion, Felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he'll throw right away. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. A big play there on the catch and run. 67 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4.
First down.
This was almost what I've heard referred to as a pick 12.
Pick 12, explain.
Well, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying to get.
Because they were so close to the end zone.
And now the 6 going the other direction. So when you take a look at teams on the march, they're in the red zone. Then after the interception, and it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep it from going all the way.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Dre Greenlaw.
But a spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
The kick is good.
Gonzalez good on the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25.
49ers 13.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. Shoots by him. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Jordan Phillips, what a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Back now here in Santa Clara. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. He's going to sling this deep downfield into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick, and they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
57's Mike 57.
After the turnover, here's Murray. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Complete to Max
That one
Williams.
goes for 24 yards.
Gain on the play.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
22.
And the tackle there by Quan Alexander. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5.
Yo.
To throw, it's Murray. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
Yards to go.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Cardinals on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. He's thankful right now for that sideline because it could have been a fumble loss, instead just a fumble, though they will have to punt it down.
You're right about that, but do you think there's ever been a player happier to see his own punter go on the field than him?
No.
I mean, not at all, right? How fortunate is he that they got a chance to punt it away, and it's not just a turnover at the spot.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. A first down run there by Mostert as he'll get this forward for a gain of about 3. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 11 yards there, 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. But it'll be 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Well, they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time. He's picked off at his own 46, and he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Now, remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Gonzalez to kick off for Arizona.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he'll he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Ball carrier.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
The ball carrier.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. To throw is Garoppolo. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
37-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to have this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 28. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
9 yards.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead him to 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Gonzalez's kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Now Garoppolo lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing is ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11.
In most goal line situations, defensive tackles are just trying to hold the line, hold their ground, and let the other guys roam and make the play. But in this situation, he's able to push his way into the backfield and disrupt that play for a loss.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Tonight's final score.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did.